Alright guys, welcome to my very first video for 2017. Sorry it's been so long since my last video, but I've been very busy. This is my DVD review for The Power of the Daleks, which was released late on in 2016, and to be honest, this is one of the best things to come out in terms of Doctor Who in 2016, because, let's be honest, 2016 has been kind of a dull year in terms of Doctor Who. We only got one new episode, which, to be honest, wasn't all that great, and I suppose the only new stuff to come out was more or less stuff from Big Finish, and we've got this DVD release, which is The Power of the Daleks. It's a special DVD release. No one expected it, even though a lot probably would have wanted it for a very long time. This, of course, is a story which is still sadly lost in the BBC archives. But nevertheless, we've got a DVD release. All the episodes in this have been animated, and without further ado, let's take a look at this DVD release. So, something that's quite rare in terms of the classic DVD range of Doctor Who DVDs is the fact that we have this in a cardboard case, and on the cardboard case it just says at the top there your Doctor Who logo, and it's got The Power of the Daleks. It's got that nice Dalek text, what they've used on magazines and all of that, and we've actually got a picture, and it's actually the cartoon picture. They've not used actual pictures from the story, so you know, no real life photos here. It's all just based off the animation, which is a good idea, and to be honest, it's quite a nice front cover. You got the Doctor there with Ben and Polly. You've got the planet Vulcan in the background. Of course, not the same planet Vulcan, which a lot of us know from Star Trek. And of course, here we've got 3 Daleks, and that is pretty much the front cover. And if we just turn it to the side here, it's like other classic DVD releases. So you've got all of your TARDIS roundels here, your Doctor Who logo there. You've got the face of what Doctor it is. In this case, it's Patrick Troughton, and you've actually got the Dalek text here. Again, it just says The Power of the Daleks. Doesn't really fit in with the rest of the collection, this bit, but it's nice that they went for that. It gives you the option. It has some screen grabs there from the story, and basically all this is more or less the same as what you usually get on most of the classic DVD releases. So now if I just remove this cardboard thing here, so you can actually see this is the inside of the DVD. Now this does have a reversible cover. As you can see, I have reversed it to make it look more uniform with the rest of my classic DVD collection. The other cover is just basically this one, except it's not made out of cardboard. Also forgot to mention as well, it has more of the TARDIS roundels there, but hey ho, that's just a little tiny detail. So yeah, the cover's more or less the same, except you've got, you know, all your usual stuff, what you expect, and you've got that at the bottom here. It just says Patrick Troughton years 1966 to 1969, and this, of course, is his first full TV story. And if we just take another look at the side, yeah, now it is definitely more uniform with the rest of the DVD collection. And if we just take a look at the back, I'll now read out the back. Funnily enough, though, even though it says starring Patrick Troughton, usually it tells you what the story is written by, who was the writer for the story. It doesn't tell you that here, which is quite a strange thing, but there we have it. I'll just read the synopsis very quickly. 50 years after its only UK broadcast on BBC One, one of Doctor Who's most celebrated lost adventures is regenerated with a brand new hand-drawn black and white animation, synchronised with a digitally remastered recording of the original 1966 audio. The six-part adventure takes place immediately after the first regeneration, as the Time Lord and his companions, Polly and Ben, do battle with an old foe on the mysterious planet Vulcan. How will Polly and Ben cope with a new Doctor? How will the Doctor take to his new body? And how will they ever overcome the power of the Daleks? And the special features include a making of, an animation and photo gallery, audio commentaries, and surviving footage, an original trailer, and more. It's quite a bit of a vague description in the special features and what we're used to, but there we go. This, bearing in mind, this is like one of the first releases we've had in quite a while in terms of classic DVD, because it's more or less been dead. They can't really release any more new stories. All the complete stories have now been released, but anyway, this story was originally broadcast on BBC One between the 5th of November 1966 and the 10th of December 1966. As I said earlier, this one is 6 episodes long, and the cover is actually by someone different. It's not by Lee Binding or Clayton Hickman, but it is by someone called Colin Howard. And the runtime for this is 125 minutes approx. Now, if we take a look inside, you've got this very nice leaflet, and there's tons of information inside here. If you just remove this, plus we've got even more advertisements for BBC Shop and all this carry-on, and Doctor Who Experience, which I believe is closing, which is really sad because I never got to go there, but hey, that's a story for another time. Yeah, look at all this information here, folks. There's loads of stuff here. They really put a lot of effort into this one. They really did. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. But anyway, of course I'm not going to read all of that because that will take all the way till midnight. So yeah, this is 2 discs. That's disc 1 and disc 2 is behind that. And yeah, it's 2 discs. And on disc 1 you've got all the episodes, and disc 2 you've got all your special features. Now on to my overall thoughts on this DVD release, and wow, when this was announced back in, what was it, September last year, I was absolutely amazed. It was probably the best news that we got for quite a while, because 2016 was quite a bad year in terms of Doctor Who, and well, it was a bad year in general with all the celebrity deaths we had and all of that. But nevertheless, the Power of the Daleks came along. It's one of the very few things that's been good to come out of 2016, I feel. It's a brilliant story. Straight away, I highly recommend anyone who is into Doctor Who in general, you pick this up, because if you pick this up, there's a fairly high chance that the BBC may decide to reanimate many more of the lost stories from the 1960s. I really hope that does happen. They have done this story a lot of justice with the animation. The animation is very good. While I don't think it is the best animation that I've ever seen for a Doctor Who DVD release, I do think it's up there. It's definitely not the worst. It's definitely better than the animation than what we got on, say, the Ice Warriors. I didn't particularly like the animation on that one. On this one, however, it is absolutely brilliant. And while I wouldn't say it is the best, there are a couple of bits that are a little bit dodgy. But we've got to remember, this is the first time ever that a whole complete story has been reanimated. So nothing survived whatsoever, except for maybe the odd clip here and there and a trailer for the story. Apart from that, nothing apart from the audio. So the animation, it would have took them months to do, of course. So you have to give your hat off to all the animators involved in this, like all the staff who come up in the credits after each episode. And yeah, I think as a DVD release overall, I say just get it. I think it's an absolutely superb story. It is actually now one of my favourite stories. I never got around to listening to the original audio anyway, so it was a bonus when I found out that I was going to get this on DVD, because originally I was just going to buy the audio for this, but when I heard the DVD was coming out, I thought, brilliant, and I think they did this a lot of justice. What would I like to see in the future? I'd love to see them do The Evil of the Daleks and The Daleks Master Plan. Basically, if we have those two stories animated next, then we can safely say we've got every Dalek story animated. And I think a lot of the stuff comes from the Patrick Troughton era. We need a lot more Patrick Troughton stuff, because there's only a few Hartnell stories that need animating. The easiest one they can do is the Crusades, because there's only 2 episodes of that are lost, and they can easily do that within a few months, and they could easily release that on DVD sometime this year if they got to work on it right now. But yeah, overall, Power of the Daleks, amazing story. Now one of my all-time favourite Doctor Who stories. It is one of the most important stories of all time as well, because it's the first ever time that we got a new actor in the role after the last one. It's the first Post-Regeneration Story. It's a Dalek story from the 1960s, and arguably the Daleks were at the best in that time. And the cast overall, they're a very good cast. And it's just everything about this DVD release. It ticks all the boxes for me. I could not be any happier about this. I was really excited about it when it was announced, but now I've actually put this in the DVD player and seen the story. It exceeded my already high expectations. So yeah, absolutely $1,000,000% get this. Just get this on DVD. Either get this on DVD or download it on the BBC store. In any way, just give the BBC an indicator that this is what the fans want. We want more stuff like this. We want reanimated lost episodes. If we do that, then we could sort of say, yeah, we've got every single episode on DVD then, because, you know, we could have a complete shelf, because there's a few gaps in my collection now, and it's the Hartnell and Troughton DVDs. I'd just love if they do it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching my DVD review of The Power of the Daleks. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye for now.